Hello and welcome to my tiny tarot practice. I'm Amelia Hruby, and on this show, I share my journey through the tarot, card by card, starting with each suit of the minor arcana. Today, we're exploring the Ten of Swords. In the Rider-Waite-Smith edition of the tarot, the Ten of Swords depicts a person lying face down on the beach with 10 swords piercing their back. Their head is turned to face away from us, and it's facing the water, a still water with mountains in the distance. The sky is black at the top of the card, but does clear toward a brighter yellow horizon. With this card, the image immediately evokes failure, defeat, loss. We've encountered those themes many times in the suit of swords, but I must say, it never feels quite as over as it does here. This card reminds me of a moment in the show Grey's Anatomy when Meredith Grey announces, "You all can go home. It's over. It's really over. It's so over." That feels like this card. It is so over. This is not the rallying point of the "it ain't over till it's over" baseball slogan. It's just so over. But even within that, we get a bit of the diction of the suggestion of, perhaps some melodrama. And that's how Rachel Pollack interprets this card. In 78 Degrees of Wisdom, she reminds us that it only takes one sword to pierce and kill someone, but this person has 10 swords in their back. There's a sense that it has been overdone. And that perhaps we didn't need to go so far, or perhaps it's not quite as bad as it seems even. She points to the clearing sky in the background of the card to suggest that this is our moment. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and perhaps we can see it. It's so over, but that means there's a new beginning already arriving. This was an invitation and tension we explored in the Nine of Swords, a card of agony and pain and sorrow. And there we didn't have the horizon. We had to hold the promise of the light at the end of the tunnel in our hearts. But here on the Ten of Swords, we can see that light. It is there. And so with this card, while it does perhaps find us in a moment of complete and utter defeat, failure, overness, there is that light beckoning. There is the promise of what's next. And for me, at least, that gives me something to hold on to, even in these dark moments that we've found at the end of this suit of swords before we step into the court cards. Thank you so much for listening to my tiny tarot practice. As always, if you'd like to explore my favorite books and decks, you can head to the show notes to find the link to my bookshop, where I curate a list of my favorite tarot and spiritual resources just for you, lovely listener. If you make a purchase through that link, I'll receive a small affiliate payment that helps me keep this podcast going. Thank you again for listening. I hope that you're able to see the light at the end of your tunnel.